Hi, everybody. Okay, so this is the day for you if you like rhinestone tumblers, or if you've thought about getting into rhinestone tumblers but you're intimidated, or you don't know where to start, you don't know how to do it, because this is the chance to start and follow pattern and keep it easy. All right. So today on the website, iwantglitter.com, there's a link right there. iwantglitter.com. We dropped a new bundle. Hi, Karen. We dropped a new bundle, the tumbler bundle. We also dropped a rhinestone set. Now, how this works, the last tumbler by design that we launched, we just did it as a bundle. It came with a tumbler, the rhinestones, and the pattern to follow to do your tumbler design with the rhinestones. This week, we heard you guys. You guys were like, we love it, but we don't need the tumbler. So we have a set where it has the tumbler. You get the Sublimation Ready tumbler, okay? If you want it, so you can buy the tumbler bundle. It comes with the Sublimation Ready tumbler. It comes with the paper version of the map, and it comes with the rhinestones that you need to do that rhinestone tumbler, to follow this map. Okay, so that is a $30 bundle. It comes with the tumbler, all the rhinestones, and the map. If you have a tumbler at home, you're like, I have a stainless steel tumbler or a cup, a 20-ounce straight at home that I already have. I don't need the tumbler. You can buy the rhinestone set, and it's going to give you all the rhinestones that you need and a paper map. Okay, we recommend putting these in a sheet protector, in a plastic sheet protector, so it doesn't get ruined. You can also use dry erase markers on the top of the sheet protector to keep track of where you are on your map, make little marks, and you can just dry erase it later and reuse this map over and over. So you can buy multiple sets of these, and so you can do it over and over and over on multiple different cups. All right, there's enough stones in here to do the entire pattern. You're also going to get a bunch of little extra ones in case you drop a couple on the floor, or your cat eats one, or whatever. Sometimes if you use a different brand of tumbler, different brands are all slightly different, you might have to add an extra little row in to make the seam, to fill the seam in going around, or your tumbler is a little bit taller or shorter. You can add another line above or below. So we give you enough stones to be able to do that. So you have extra stones. All right, so you're going to get all the colors with this one. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to get 9 stone colors, and they will have the corresponding amount that you need of each one. So you're not getting like, if you're used to buying kind of like in bulk where you buy a certain amount of pieces, that's not how this is done. This is done by how many you need for this pattern. So this will make one of these, all right? So each one is 1 tumbler. So for $20, you get the stones, okay? So if you want to sublimate onto your cup, we sell the sublimation print separate. It's $6. It is a sublimation print. You can wrap it and sublimate it on there and then follow that pattern. You got to be real freaking careful getting that sublimation print on there to get it on there perfectly to follow, so you're not crooked or wompy. And even with that, you still might have to add a row of stones above or below or in between. Because all brands and all styles are slightly different from each other. Like one might be 1.25 and one might be 1.24 and one might be 1.26 wide. And so it's not, these cups, I know they look universal, but when you get really down to the fine-tuned nitty-gritty, they're not universal. They're all different. Every single manufacturer is slightly different. Even one cup to the next can be slightly different, even though they're machine made. It's just kind of the nature of the game of things. It's the same with the rhinestones. Even though the rhinestones are all SS20s, or these are SS16s, I believe. Even though they're all SS16s for this design, they are all have slight variations, like very microscopic variations. So what we recommend doing is starting at the, I start at the top because it's nice and flat. Do your top row, and then stick it on a silicone mat upside down, and that will settle all those the rhinestones down, so you get a flat, straight line, and that's going to be, and then you let that fully cure, and that will be your guideline, right? So you can butt the next row right up next to it, right up in there, right up next to it. Okay. So these are up on the website right now. Go to iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. You're going to see them there. We do have a limited supply. We made it a robust amount because we sold out so fast with the first one. So don't suspect that this is going to sell out today, just because we like doubled the amount that we did for the first one, the one with the palm trees. Also because we know you guys freaking love the geodes. Okay. So hopefully these last for a few days, available for you guys. So this one that comes with it is just printed on regular copy paper. It's just a map. You put it in a sheet protector to protect it so you can use it over and over and over. If you want to sublimate it, you got to buy a sublimation one separate. Please don't sell out of these. This is probably something we will try to get back in stock. I love this one. So this is probably one that we'll try to get back in stock, and we'll try to keep some on hand. But Christy, I can't do any customer service, honey, on the live. I don't even know. I don't know anything about your order. So this is, I don't have my computer. I don't have my phone. Am I going to make this one? No. I've given up trying to finish a Rhinestone Tumbler on a live with you guys, or a Rhinestone Tumbler in general. I do not have, I have the patience for Rhinestone Tumbler. I actually really enjoy rhinestoning. I do not have the time. I do not have 5 hours. If I could even rhinestone that fast. I don't have that. I literally don't even have 15 minutes to myself. So I don't have the time to sit and do one, unfortunately. I run a business. I have triplets and a ranch, and it's all chaos. Oh, I would love it. I love rhinestoning. I like mowing the lawn. There's like weird things that I like. I like doing perms on people's heads. It's very tedious, monotonous. Love it. I like rhinestoning. I very much enjoy it. I could, if I had the time, I could sit in rhinestone for hours. I do not have the time. Yes. So that one is in the one. Yes. She made the, I posted the video of the one she made, Margaret. She did the palm tree one for us, and she's getting, this one's already been shipped to her. She lives right down the road, but it's easier for us to just ship them. So she's already going to be working on this one. I'll probably have it in a couple days. Yeah, that's Maddie. She's Morgan's mom. She works with us from time to time in the warehouse. She worked with us a lot when we were in the New Braunfels warehouse, and now she works here from time to time. Yeah, she's real fast. She's real fast. But she just sits and does it at night, like it's her like a hobby. My hobby is, I don't have hobbies. I would say my hobby is my animals, but it's so freaking hot here. I have not, I haven't been out to see the horses at all since May. Those mares still have the auction stickers stuck to their butts, to their tails, because it's so hot, and I absolutely hate this heat, and so I won't even go out there. So they are fed, they are taken care of, but they are not loved on whatsoever, because that's not happening at all. I give them scratches if I'm walking by. I hate the heat here. I know, we never know, but we try. We're trying to. We honestly don't like selling out of stuff that fast, because we feel bad for people who wanted it and couldn't get it. So we don't. We try. We don't always have the funds to be able to have a ton of it available. I will tell you the one of the hot cocoa ones is coming back. The hot cocoa one that sold out in like 6 minutes. The hot cocoa instant transfer. Can't remember which one. There's two of them. One has a gnome on it. The other one is maybe it's called vintage or antique. I don't know. It's something with hot chocolate. Both of them were gone in minutes as an instant transfer. So those are the only two that we're reordering for the holiday. Hello, Miss Erin. So this is your bundle today. The tumbler bundle, the Rhinestone by Design Geode. Okay. It is a Geode pattern. These are going to be AB clears, so they're like super sparkly clear. And then this is going to be a purples, pinks, grays, clears, black for this guy. Okay, you're going to follow the little pattern. So you're going to get clear AB, black, dark amethyst, light pink, dark rose, dark pink, black diamond, and clear are your colors. Okay, and so this is the map. So you'll see the little white circles will be the one labeled clear AB. The one with the little black dots, you're going to go with black. Okay, for the next one in, the purple, it's going to be dark amethyst. When you get these, they're all labeled with those names, so you can coincide. So when you look, when it says this equals this equals clear AB, okay? These are SS16s. These are 16s, yes. And so like then this is your clear. Okay. The clear are silver backed, in case anybody wants to know. They're not the clear no backing. This is light amethyst, so it's like a light, soft, light purple. Sorry, when I show these off in the bag, all you can see is most of the backs. Should you spray paint your tumbler first? That is a personal choice. I would not. I would not, because my personal is no. Because you want the bond of the glue to be directly to that stainless steel. And by putting spray paint in there, spray paint will potentially chip off and flake off. Will it? Most likely, probably not. It's probably going to be fine. I wouldn't do it. I didn't change anything, Mary Jane. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't change are you talking about my outfit? Nope. This shirt is actually making me laugh because this was a perfectly white sweatshirt. And every time I've worn it, I've managed to keep it perfectly white. And now with my big belly bump, my stomach rubs into everything. And it's all dirty. The Snowman Instant Transfer. I don't know what that one is. Yeah, so there are people who do spray paint it. There are people who wrap vinyl on it. Oh yeah, they'll change. Sometimes they'll be SS20, sometimes they'll be SS16. This one's a 16, I believe. Yeah, this is SS16s. But I didn't change this. This was always an SS16. Yeah. I would say that you could put like an instant transfer down because that permanent bond is so super strong that it would be your next best thing. But there are people who put vinyl wraps down, like permanent vinyl, but it's like printed permanent vinyl. I personally wouldn't do that because, I mean, we epoxy over vinyl for a reason, even if it's permanent vinyl. We epoxy over vinyl, even though it's permanent vinyl, because eventually it will just wear off, just rubbing it with your hand and picking it up, putting it in a cup holder and stuff. And eventually it will lift and separate, just like acrylic nails, right? They're like cemented on there, but they will eventually lift away from the edges of your fingernails. It's kind of like that. That's how I think of it. That bond is not that permanent. Now the instant transfer bond, that is legit, but a permanent vinyl bond, I wouldn't do it. People do it all the time. I would want to, if I'm putting it out there and I'm putting that much effort and time in, I would not want to waste a tumbler. I would want to put out the most durable product that I possibly could. Yeah. Also, don't Mod Podge this. Don't stick this paper to your cup in any way. It's paper. Don't like tack it or glue it. Don't do this. This is just printer paper. Don't put this on your tumbler. Don't do that. This is paper. So this is going to be the least durable thing on the whole planet. If you want this pattern on the tumbler, get a sublimation print. If you don't have a sublimation printer, you can bake it, like put it in a convection oven, little toaster oven. I find them at the thrift store for like $5, a convection oven. Just go to a thrift store and go to the back electronics section. There's always bread makers, George Foreman's, and convection ovens. They're there all the time. I'm a thrift store shopper. They're there all the time. And so you can get a cheap convection oven. You can also use a heat gun. If you have a heat press, like the cup press, but the cup doesn't fit. I saw somebody, I can't remember what the cup was about, but they were saying, well, my cup didn't fit in my heat press, my cup press. If you have a regular heat press like that one, take this rubber mat out, stick it on one side of the cup press, put your cup in, press it. Sorry. I've heard air fryers work too. Same. I've heard it too. I've never tried it though. You can put this rubber mat that's from your flat heat press down inside the cup press. Put your cup in. That's going to take up that much space. If you have to, you can double it up. This is heat resistant. This is literally meant to go in a heat press. And then press the tumbler like this in the cup press. And it's going to press one side and then rotate it and press the other side. Okay. So if your cup doesn't fit in your tumbler, if it's too small to fit in your tumbler press, and you have a heat press like that, use that thing. Yeah. There is a Cricut. Cricut has a mug press or something. I've never used it. I know all about them. You have to put a ring in the bottom because it's designed to like hold the cup up from the butt. But when you turn the cup over this way, that ring, there's nothing in the middle of the top. So when you put it in, this part doesn't get heated. So you got to like either hold it up and hold it by hand and press it, or get a, they sell now like, I don't believe it's sold by Cricut, but you can get them on like Etsy. They're little like gauges. You put them in there and it will hold it up. I want the HTV Ront Auto Tumbler Press coming out. Oh, I'm not that fancy. I ain't that fancy. You're going to try to bake the print off of a tumbler? Yeah, let me know how successful that is. I don't think that's going to be very successful. All right, so if you're just jumping on, we have a new bundle up today. It is a Rhinestone by Design tumbler print. So for the tumbler bundle, it's $30. You're going to get the Sublimation Ready tumbler. You're going to get all the stones that you need, plus some extras of each color, just in case you're stones. You're going to get all the stones that you need for the tumbler, and then you're going to get the map, the paper map. Okay, I would recommend putting this in a sheet protector to keep it safe, and then you can use it dry erase marker and mark it off. Okay. If you want to sublimate the image onto your directly onto the tumbler, you want to buy a sublimation print. It's next to, it's a listing right next to it. Yeah, Shelly. Yeah, Shelly says she has the bug press, but it doesn't get the top. You actually have to hold the cup up and suspend it up. Yeah, otherwise it doesn't. That was a big complaint about it. So buy the sublimation print, and you can sublimate and wrap it. Okay, we did not pre-sublimate them because we would have to charge you guys for the print and our labor, which would make this a very, very expensive cup. We did not put the print inside the tumbler pack because most advanced tumbler makers and rhinestone artists don't want the print on the cup. So they don't want the sublimation sheet. They just want the map. And sublimation ink is like 10 times more expensive than regular ink. So at least ours is, because we use the super expensive stuff. The premium paper and ink. It's fancy over here. So we just sent you a paper map. Put this in a sheet protector, okay? We tried to make the bundle as affordable as possible. Okay, so you get the tumbler, you get the basic needs, you get the rhinestones, you get the map, you get the tumbler. If you don't need the tumbler, you can buy the map and the rhinestones as a set for 20 bucks. Okay, and then the sublimation image is sold separately for the people who do want it. Especially if you're learning, it's sometimes nice to have the map on the tumbler. Now, the reason I would say that, like talking to Maddie, who does this, she does not want it on the tumbler. She says for somebody who does this a lot, you can actually see the little circles like in the background. She's like, if you're new, you're going to be just excited that you finished the tumbler. It's going to look beautiful. But she's like, when you've done it as long as we have and you've gotten to the level that we are, you see it, your eyes see it, and you like, I can't unsee it, and it's making me crazy. So they do not. I like Liquid Fusion and B7000, but I will not be using B7000 while I'm pregnant because it is toxic. You have to be in a well-ventilated room or wear a chemical respirator. So I am using Liquid Fusion. I mean, I work in a well-ventilated room, but just because I'm pregnant, we're going to be extra careful, and I'm going to use Liquid Fusion. It is not toxic. It's going to be a beautiful tumbler once Maddie sends it back to me. Yes, I'm having Maddie do it for me. I am not allowing myself, because even Emily's like, Christina said, she's like, are you going to do this one because it's a geode? I'm like, no, girl. I will not allow myself to start another tumbler until I finish the other tumblers I have. Just looking at me right here, I have 1, 2, 3 that are halfway to a third of the way done. So until I wrap up some of my other ones, I will not. You used a red Sharpie to mark your starting line? Yikes. Yeah, you're definitely going to see that. Oh, yeah, the Bob Smith's 2-part 30-minute epoxy. I've heard that one. People like that one. You like Fusion Tack because it's white and you can see where the glue is better. I'm blind, but I can see the shininess of the Liquid Fusion. And honestly, I'm one of those that I'm going to stick with what I know, and I like it. But there's so many different ones out there. And you guys, I am not like the master of rhinestoning. I am learning this and kind of doing this along with you guys. Like, I love the rhinestone. I want to rhinestone all the things. Like, my favorite, I have a rhinestone. I rhinestone the top of a pickle jar. It's one of my favorite things in this room. I think it's in my light box in there. I threw the jar away, but I love the little pickle jar lid. I just set it and I'll just use a little stand. I put something on it, or it's so freaking pretty. I've got a pair of shoes I'm rhinestoning. There's another rhinestone tumbler that I'm working on. Well, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in visual sight, I have 6 tumblers that are partially rhinestoned and not finished. How do people know where their first line was? I keep finding that. How do they find where their first line is? Your first line would be the top. You put your first row here. This will be your first row. That top line will be your first row, and you put that one right here. Yeah, so you put your first row right here, set it on the table like this. I would tap it on a silicone mat, and all those rhinestones will settle down and be nice and flat. Where first dot is going around the circle, you just pick a spot. If it's a screw-on lid, I would screw the lid on first and figure out if you want like the main point of the geode to go right under the lip or off the back. I would do it off the back because I want the part to show to everybody. That's really cool. So that's what I would do. And then so I would then go like here, and then I would find basically the complete opposite side behind the lid is where my first rhinestone would go, and then all the way around. Okay, so the first dot on the top, the thing would be the complete back, and then roll it around. But that just depends on whether you want your geode on the front or on the back. Some people start on the butts. These ones that have this slightly beveled butt, I wouldn't do that. I would start on the very flat side and then go there. Also, make sure you put your tumbler on, your design on the proper way. This one's not going to matter. If you accidentally put it upside down, it's not going to matter. But if you put one down that has like the palm trees and you don't pay attention to the hole of your cup and where it is, and you just start rhinestoning, you could end up putting your trees upside down. Yeah, B7000, you do not want to be breathing in B7000. You want to work in a well-ventilated room if you're using B7000. We found that out because we Googled it because I'm pregnant. This is not Eileen's product. This is just called Liquid Fusion. If it's an Eileen's product, it doesn't say it. And usually they cover. Oh, no, this is Fabricato Pour Duncan. It's called Liquid Fusion. This is what it looks like. You can poke it with a thumbtack in the top, and then you can store your thumbtack in there. Now, this bottle is like a year old, so that thumbtack is rusted. But if you're using it frequently, it doesn't do that. Putting it on upside down sounds like me too. It's something I would totally do. That's why I'm like, don't do that. Be aware. I've done it with you guys putting in instant transfers on. I'm like, oh, that was not the top. Yeah, you can use a pencil. Yep. And make a mark. All right, so those are up on the website, y'all. You can grab them go to iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. That's where you're going to find it. You better hurry up and buy them because Lisa Corby's going to buy them all. I just saw Lisa Corby's order come in. She bought a lot. Lisa, I feel like you and I should get on the phone and you can encourage me to find time to do this. Because whenever you're finding time, girl, that's when I should find time. No, life is chaos over here. My husband got home he hasn't been home since I think he left Thursday morning. Yeah, I haven't seen him since last Thursday morning. I'm not even 100% sure I kissed my husband. I think he might have came over and kissed me last night. I was so out of it. And I had been up since 1:45 in the morning, 2:45 in the morning. I'm losing track. Last night I woke up at 12:43. So I've been awake since 12:43 this morning. I slept for a total of 2 hours. I'm very tired. So right now, if I get 4 hours, I'm doing nothing in those 4 hours. And anytime I have on the weekends, y'all, because I'm like, oh, the weekends with your kids, just sit and do them. I have triplets. We do crafting time, but I have to be extremely hands-on during crafting time. How many without the cups are left? I don't know. I didn't look at that number. Tumbler bundle. Rhinestone set. There's 80 sets left without the just 80 rhinestone sets. Yeah, I'm 100% on with my kids. There's no chance. There's a snowball's chance and down in HE double hockey sticks that I would ever be able to do rhinestones with my kids. Rhinestones would be everywhere. Not because they just want to be involved. They want to help, and it's just too much. It would give me a super sensory overload. I'd probably have a panic attack because I want it to be pretty, and it would be nuts. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go pick and start preparing and doing orders for Spectacular. It is a chaos in the warehouse. Not chaos. It's not chaos. We are so busy. We are so busy. Like everyone's just slowing down just enough to shove food in their face and then keep moving. The team is just, and so far there's been like no complaining. Well, I've been complaining. I literally had to quit at 7:15 last night. I was like, I'm going to leave the warehouse because I'm going to lose my brains on somebody because everything's supposed to be alphabetized and it's not alphabetized. And when you're picking orders, you're picking thousands of items. And so you want to just be like, go down the aisle, A, B, C, D, and pull the things. And then all of a sudden something it's called the Whisper Collection. So you go where the W should be, and you're hunting and you're spending your time, and you're like, I don't want to bug anybody else asking because I've already asked 19 million questions today. So I'm like, it's got to be here, W, and I'm like, QRS, the element of P, QRS, TUV, W, it should be right here. So then finally, I'm like, it's not here. Finally, I have to ask them, like, oh, it's here. And I'm like, why is it before the B's? It's like listed. It's like in before Bold and Bright collection, and she's like, because it launched before Bold and Bright. I'm like, I'm gonna go home. Somebody else has to do this. I'm done before I fire everybody. Just kidding. Show the stones again. They don't show off, Linda. They don't show off because half of them are facing the wrong way. You're gonna get a better image off of seeing it on the. Oh, did she not put pictures? I'm gonna go in the warehouse. I will do the stones and I'll take pictures of the stones. I didn't realize she didn't put pictures of the stones. Because I can show them to you, but like it just looks like a whole bunch of silver stones because that's all the backs of the rhinestones looking at you. Here's the dark pink, dark rose, dark pink, light pink. Let's see, there's a ton of the backs of the rhinestones. They don't show off in the bags. Dark amethyst, white amethyst. These are real hard to see. They're real pastel. Clear, basic. Clear AB. These are the ones that take up most of the space. And then Geode's going to be cutting through it. Okay. I'm going to run to the warehouse and try to get a picture of a couple of each stone so you guys can see them. Yeah, Jessica gets here tomorrow. All right, you guys, I got to go. I'm literally now starting to think about all the things I got to do. So now I'm going to try to do this, and I have 6 things lined up already. So I will update this as soon as I can this evening. All right. I'll see you guys later. Happy shopping. Bye, guys.